Hello everyone and welcome again to this channel. My name is Daniel and in this video we'll be discussing some of the mistakes that you need to avoid during your immigration visa interview. So if you are watching us for the first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, it is always our humble request to you that you subscribe to this channel, share our videos to family and friends, and give this video a like, as it will enable YouTube let our videos reach so many people out there. So we want to look at some of the things that you need to do for you to get your visa approved during your immigration interview. So one of the first thing that you need to do is you are not supposed to lie during your immigration visa interview, because if you do so, you may make the immigration officer maybe deny your visa or put you on a pink paper, which is also not a good thing for anyone going for the interview. So do not lie to the consular officer or the immigration officer. If you don't know the answer, just say I don't know instead of lying or guessing. Be truthful when you are answering the questions during your interviews. Answer all the questions asked by the consular officer clearly and directly. Never give room for doubt. Also ensure your answers align or match with the information you provided in your application and in your DS-260 form or in your DS-160 form as you submitted them. Only answer the questions or the question that is being asked and do not provide more details than necessary. Guessing can lead to serious consequences, as the immigration officer or the consular officer may determine that you are lying if your answers turn out to be incorrect. This can lead to your case being denied or you being put on administrative processing, as the consular officer may need more time to dig more into your background check. So you need to be very careful on that. Number 2, never go into your immigration interview unprepared. You should have a good and a solid understanding of your case and what will be asked of you and your derivative, if any, during your visa interview. You should read through your entire file, that is your DS-260 form or your DS-160 form, multiple times, and make sure you clearly understand and agree with everything you had submitted in those forms during your initial application. When you are inside the United States Embassy or the consulate, you will be given a list of documents that are required for the interview and the order you should arrange them. So make sure that you follow that order and put them in the manner which is specified in the instructions. Make sure you have all the required documents with you when you go for the interviews. Failure to bring all the required documents could lead to your visa being denied or being put on administrative processing until you bring all the missing documents. So, to avoid any unnecessary uh, wastage of time in your case, make sure you provide all the required documents. Number 3, never be rude during your visa interview, no matter how hard the consular or the immigration officer may push you to. Just approach the interview with a sense of humility. Be kind, respectful, and courteous to the consular officer or whoever will be interviewing you. Being rude can lead to immigration officer viewing your case with a higher level of scrutiny, and it could potentially lead to a denial of your case. Number 4, never arrive late for your visa interview. It is advisable to arrive at least 30 minutes prior to your interview time, as it is listed on your interview notice. It is important to have enough time to account for wait times to enter the embassy or consulate building, time to go through the security, and time to find the location of the interview. So all those places that you visit or that you go through, it requires time. So that's why we say you should be at the embassy some more time before the start of the interview. Late arrivals may attract higher scrutiny by the officer and may lead to cancellation of your interview. So you need to be very keen on time management and what time you should be at the embassy for your interview. Number 5, you need to dress appropriately for the interview, because this is like another interview that you attend, either employment interview or whatever interview that you have been subjected earlier on in your life. So treat this one also as another visual interview. Therefore, you need to be dressed officially. It is recommended that you dress in business casual attires. You do not need to wear a full suit, but you definitely should not be wearing sweatpants or another funny attires during your interview. The first impression you make on an officer is very important, and it starts with what you choose to wear for that day. So the way you present yourself, it creates a permanent visual impression on the person who is going to interview you. So you need to dress in a manner that will not subject you to further judgment from the consular or the immigration officer about you and your case. Number 6, and the last one, bring original documents as requested from the interview notice sent to you prior to the interview date. In most cases, when you are receiving the interview notice, they will always tell you the kind of documents that you need to prepare and come with during your interview. So make sure that you come with the originals and the documents, and the copies of the originals as they are specified in that notice. The immigration officer conducting your interview will normally ask to see the originals and the copies of the documents for your case. So prepare to have the following documents: birth certificate original and the copies, high school certificate original and a copy of the same, marriage certificate and a copy if it applies to your case, passport original and a copy of the same, then divorce certificate or divorce decree and a copy of the same if it applies to you. Then you also need to have death certificate and a copy of the same if it is applying to you. And also, you need to have many other more documents and supportive evidence to your case. They say it is better to be over-prepared than being underprepared during the interview. So it is recommended that you carry more documents and evidence supporting your case. In case you are asked of the same during the interview, you need to produce them. But don't carry all the documents and evidence and present them before you are asked for the same. You only give the information and document the way they are asked. Never give other things that will subject you to more other questions. So guys, at this point, we say thank you for being so supportive to this channel. As usual, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. And that's the only way you can support us and make us grow as a family here. Thank you for those ones who are having the interviews in the coming weeks. We pray for you. And may God see you through that interview and let the visa or visas be approved for you. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.